ready to bring the field off of turn number 4. Week 2 of round 1 for the Sunoco Drive for the Cup is underway for the Pro Stocks. We're underway down into turn number 1. Souliere slides it up the racetrack as they shuffle behind him. Scully backed off the throttle as he got loose. Takes Benoit and Adams with him as the outside lane is on the move.
Front 2 cars starting to make a break for it as Mike Brightman leads Mark Jenison up the hill off of 4. A couple car lengths back, it's Souliere fending off the 48 of Rotondo. That's your top 4 as they tunnel down the backstretch.
Top 2 nose to tail down into turn number 3. Look at Benoit 3 wide down in the corner. Scully backs off, slides up just in front of the 12 of Pelland, right behind the 16 of Fournier, who sits 5th. That's the battle for 6th.
Field starting to thinning out now, and Colbey Fournier able to get around that battle for 6th. That's Benoit and Scully, 2 playoff drivers who are looking to outdo each other. Bobby Pelland right in that mix as well. Add the 46 of Estrella right in that mix as well.
Dick Benoit using that inside lane to his advantage as he battles now with Colbey Fournier as they come off at turn number 2. That's the battle for 5th. Down in the corner, Fournier's got the advantage as he takes that spot away. Fournier back to 6th. Behind them, the 2 of Scully, the 12 of Pelland battling side by side. Behind them, the 56 of Adams, the 46 of Estrella racing wheel to wheel down into 3. And Jenison all over the back bumper. Brightman for the lead.
And top 6 cars single file, but Mark Jenison lurking all around the 27 machine, shoots it up to the high side to try and set up a move. Mark Jenison, we know he loves to get that car to work up high. He's running about a groove and a half right now. But Mike Brightman able to carry speed and continue to set the point as 8 laps make that 9 up on the board.
The car that's on the move is Dick Benoit in that white and black number 47. He started out in the 5th spot, dropped back to 8th as Tommy Adams and Dylan Estrella get together deep in the field. They try to settle it out, and they're playing tag, not in a good way, as they settle it out.
Now Charlie Rose able to regain the handles on that. Mark Jenison right behind them. He's a playoff driver that needs a big playoff points night this evening. Rick Martin, excuse me. He has Mike Mitchell to the inside of him. Mark Jenison, another playoff driver, though, that also needs a big points night as well, and he's doing just that as he contends for the lead.
Dick Benoit up to 3rd now as he is gotten by Ryan Souliere. Now sets his sights on the top 2 as they play bumper tag off the corner. That allows Benoit to start closing in. Meanwhile, Dylan Estrella and Tommy Adams still battling for position. That is for 9th and 10th on the field.
Jenison continue to hunt down the 27 as the 27 continues to log laps from the point. Jenison 2nd, Benoit 3rd, Ryan Souliere continuing to have a solid night in 4th. Mike Rotondo rounds out your top 5 as Bobby Pelland puts the move down low to the inside of the 16 of Fournier. Tom Scully in the number 2 Woodruff Brothers machine right in that mix as well.
Little by little, Dick Benoit is closing in on the top 2. He has closed it down to a car length and a half behind Mark Jenison. They hit turns 1 and 2. Ryan Souliere still sitting 4th. Mike Rotondo 5th. As they come down into turn number 3, Jenison taking a peek to the outside off of turn number 4, settles it back behind as they hit turn number 1. Field stringing itself out around the 3rd mile. Adams and Estrella battling at it. The 16 of Fournier and the 2 of Scully battling side by side. That is for 6th and 7th. Adams and Estrella is for 8th and 9th.
In just a couple of laps, the leaders will start to get a good glimpse of the tail end of the field and what obstacle might that face for our top 3 playoff contenders. Look at Dick Benoit. Send it right down underneath Mark Jenison. It's 3 cars under a blanket for the lead here in this one as we come around to cross flags.
20 down, 20 to go, and Dick Benoit gets underneath Jenison for the number 2 spot. They race wheel to wheel down into turn 1, chasing down the 27 of Brightman down the back straightaway. Up on the outside, Jenison trying to make some noise. Benoit down to the inside, looking for his first career Pro Stock win. Closes right in, top 3 under a blanket, down into 1 and 2.
Deeper in the pack, Rick Martin just continues to fight with Mike Mitchell. But back at the pack, back at the front, this battle for the lead, not budging an inch. Mike Brightman continuing to stave off the 22 and the 47. Here comes Jenison on the outside, chucks it in up top off of 3, pulls right up to the front bumper, and gets to the line before Brightman that time by. We have a new leader.
For the first time at lap number 23, Mark Jenison puts a double deuce at the top of the leaderboard, looking for his first win of the season. Benoit trying to follow through, takes a look to the outside of Brightman, down off of turn number 4, as Brightman is able to hold off the challenges. Down off at turn 2. Benoit down to the inside, dives underneath Brightman, down into 3. They race in the corner, and a little bit of contact. Brightman up top, Benoit down to the inside.
Oh, Brightman really holding the 47 true there through 1 and 2. As those two cars come together briefly, they still staying in the correct direction. Green leaders starting to close in on the tail of the field here. Mark Jenison starts to run away from that battle for second between Brightman and Benoit, and even to maybe include Souliere into that now.
Off the corner they come. Souliere doing a great job for 4th. 5th is still Mike Rotondo. 6 is Bobby Pelland. Here comes the 16 and the 2 still racing side by side. That is a battle for 7th, as they have been going side by side for the past several laps. Off of 4, Benoit trying to get a run back underneath Brightman. Brightman shuts the door one more time. Here comes Benoit off at 2, gets the run.
The 47 car right down to the bottom, right up against that berm, looking for all the grip he can to get around that High-Tech Solutions number 47. But the 47, the 27 not giving Benoit an inch through 1 and 2 that time. Same story through 3 and 4.
Keeps pinching him down. Now Benoit trying to use the lap car as a pick, and he does.
Nice.
Brightman back to 3rd now. He tries to return the favor, takes a look to the inside of the 47. Benoit trying to shut the door down into 3. Laps winding down, 9 laps to go. Jenison sets the pace. 2nd place is now Dick Benoit. Brightman is 3rd. 4th is Seekonk Rotondo, rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, field really strung out now as Jenison continues to put cars a lap down. Next car in the picking order, the 78 of Danny Tebow. That battle between Brightman and Benoit, a little bit of breathing room now as Benoit in 2nd spot now. A couple car lengths back to the 27 of Brightman.
Brightman now settling into the number 3 spot. The 8 of Souliere still sitting 4th as they roll down the back straightaway. Right now, the only car side by side is Fournier in the 16 and the 2 of Scully. Again, that is the battle for 7th. They continue to race side by side. Fournier with the advantage up on the outside.
Locate our leader again on the track, navigating his way up off of turn 4. Coming to just 5 laps to go, just like that. Meanwhile, a half a lap back, Scully and Fournier continue to do battle as they unwind off of 2. Zoom back to the leader, it's Jenison up off of 4. We're inside 5 laps to go as Benoit has continued to distance himself from Brightman.
And he's trying to close in the gap. He's running about a 1/10 of a second faster, but that's not going to be enough. They come off of turn 4 with 3 to go. Jenison and Benoit. Brightman, your top 3. Down into 1. Ryan Souliere still sits 4th. A great run for him, and a great run for Rotondo, sitting 5th as Pelland takes a look down to the inside.
2 laps to go that time for Jenison as he starts to build a gap of 10 car lengths and growing over the 47 machine. More lap cars out his windshield. White flag in the air this time.
Off of 4, your leader comes into 1 and 2 one more time. Mark Jenison, your defending track champion, leads it down into 3 and 4. Off the corner he comes. Checkered flag is in the air, and Jenison picks up his first win of the season. Dick Benoit with his second place finish of the season. 3rd going to Mike Brightman with Ryan Souliere and Mike Rotondo rounding out the top 5, and that's going to make the addition and subtraction a little fun on this one to find out who the final 6 are. But how about that run back?
That's the one place we couldn't get to.
No, you're running up front, working the outside, working the bottom lane. The car was quick. It was smooth. You had a good night tonight.
Oh yeah, no, it was that car's the best it's ever been tonight. So we had some work done to the shocks. I got to thank Jeff over at Distance, Jeff Taylor. We sent him some shocks. He got them back to us 2 days later, and wow, what a difference. So very happy. Got to thank our sponsors, A&A Concrete, Kenny's over here. Badco, they help us out a lot too. Their name's not on the car, but they're silent pilots, so to speak. My family, my wife, she puts up with all this stuff. My kids, they help out. Danny, without this guy, none of this would be possible. With these guys, it's fun out here racing with these guys. And, we're finally here, I think, so I'm very happy.
Great run, second place for Dick Benoit before third place finish tonight, Mike. I know it's not where you wanted, but it's still a solid night.
Yeah, we had to conserve tires. I had 2 or 3 tires we could run tonight if I wanted to do 4 and 4 the last 2 races. So we didn't put new right sides on, and that wasn't the right move to make. So we'll take that in stride, and hopefully our 4 tire sides are good next week and the week after, and we got something,
Solidly in the top 6, ready to go for that championship.
Yeah, it's we struggled a little bit the last couple of weeks. We had a bad tire last week, so it kind of kills your inventory, kills your setup. But we wrestled this week with it on the scales and tried coming up with a set of tires that works best. Hats off to Mark, he raced me clean. It's just one of those deals. Third sucks, but we'll take it tonight.
A lot of people behind you getting you here, and not a bad night. Your sponsors here as well.
Yeah, thank you to Parker and all the guys at CMSC in the pavilion. Not the outcome we wanted, but thank you for all your support. This sport drains all your families, all your loved ones. Every driver here has a wedding that's outside of season or on a Sunday or outside of your normal time frame. Everything we have goes into this sport for this track. And behind every good driver is an awesome woman, and my wife takes the cake. Our anniversary is coming up, and she puts up with me for 25 years of doing this. I didn't think of the last win. I wanted to make sure I tip my hat to her allowing me to play and be a big kid all these years. I appreciate it. I love you, babe. My crew, my dad, my daughters, my brother, little Kenny, Matt, my soon-to-be son-in-law, Harry, and all the sponsors on the car. High Tech Automation Solutions, Wayne and Susie, Bill Roofing, CMSC, Quality Fruitland, Joseph's Hair Design, Parker Professional Driving School, Leach Auto Body, the boys in Down Home Fence, the boys in Turn 3, Martha's Vineyard Pumping, ATG, Truck Center, Jimmy Kuhn for the setup, and Nat Chevatone for the awesome horsepower. Thank you.
All right, good third place finish for Mike Brightman. Mark, congratulations.
Get the phone on the other side. That's not alcohol.
Tried the inside, it wasn't working for you. Once you got to the outside, this thing hooked right up for you.
Oh, absolutely. Mikey's he's a tough guy. I mean, you try to run him outside or inside's hard. And he gave me a little, I took a little, we made it work, and it was a good eventful night. I'm so happy for this team. We've struggled all year with this car. I thought the late model would have did it, but things didn't work out well tonight. But this car was stellar tonight. I mean, it was just right there. And there's only one guy I was looking in the mirror at, and that was that 47. He's been stellar too. So, I give him a lot of credit. But what a race! It was. I think it was Green the Joker, right?